Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to build the Void. Yes, it is going to be a little bit horror, maybe not that, I mean it's the Sims 4 version of horror as it gets. But yeah, I wanted to experiment a little bit more with the basements that we have in the game. You know, guys, that you can build up to 3 levels down into the earth. And we have that quarry lot from the Eco Lifestyle pack in Evergreen Harbor. And I thought, why not use that? And maybe they have like a rift, like an opening to another dimension, called the Void. At least that's what I wanted to call it. And it's like this dark hole with weird creatures coming out or something like this. So we have in The Sims 4 also the whole, idea behind it with the void critters. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I think with the kids room stuff, it was a stuff pack at least, they added something like Pokemon into the game so that your kids can trade cards and play with the, like, also battle each other with these cards, with like a battle kind of card trading station, something like that. And they created the void critters there. And I think they are like 5 different types: water, fire, earth, and wind or air or something. And there's void, and they look quite scary. 2 of these are actually quite known for like hardcore simmers. One, for example, can be, if you have the Realm of Magic gameplay pack, then one of them can be a familiar, and the other one is also found referenced, or you can even have it, own it, like you can own the void critter itself. I think it's called the Babaloo, and is in the, what's it called? My First Pet stuff? Yeah, instead of a hamster or a hedgehog or whatever, you can have the Babaloo as well. So these are void critters. And I thought, since these are like a theming in The Sims 4, why not build the reason why they're even here, you know? So it is still a little bit family friendly, but I wanted to, as you can already see, deep down, build like a basement that is shaped like a rift kind of thing. I wanted it to be something that looks like, in these sci-fi horror movies, or maybe like, like deep sea or ocean kind of trench or a rift or something like that, like an opening to another dimension. And yeah, I thought this could be so cool. I also can see this maybe being built in, I don't know, like Strangerville, because it's kind of also, kind of reminds you a little bit of Stranger Things or something like that. Then I thought, okay, and only the rift is gonna be a little bit, weird. There's nothing much to do. But then again, I thought it would be cool to maybe have like a secret laboratory there. Then I reminded myself that I usually always build I like non-residential builds in the game. I know you guys want your family home. I know. But sometimes I think, it would be so much funnier to build something else. Especially because I usually want to, try out new things in a game and kind of see if it's possible to build that in a game, kind of have it look or give it like a totally new theming that we don't have in the game right now. And I thought this would be a cool new idea. So this lab in the end will gonna be a little bit more like a residential space station kind of thing. So your Sims can live there. It of course will look like, like a laboratory space station kind of thing, or subterranean station. I was inspired by lots and lots of different movies and production design where I looked at the pictures again. Basically this whole rift thing that I've built is just one big whole room where I deleted the ceiling. And then, as you can see, I picked the darkest wallpaper that I could find. Sadly, the darkest floor that we have is a tile floor. So, excuse me, there's not like a black floor that is not tiled or is like made out of wood or something. I chose this one. I think it is from Dine Out, but I'm not sure. But yeah, basically just use the darkest as you can find and put it there. Because I thought that like just earthy tones may have been a little bit more realistic, but then it wouldn't look as horror-esque, you know, like this void thing that I wanted to create here. And then basically when I had this one room without the ceiling, I just copied it and placed it under and under and under, like 3 stories deep, and deleted the ceilings and the you know, the floors. So this one large void. It took me quite some while to build the whole laboratory where we are right now. So I skipped that, and it's, lots of stuff's going on. So first of all, if you come in, there's only one door, and I needed like an airlock kind of thing with lots of these showers, so that your Sims can decontaminate if they get in or, you know, get out, something like that. So basically, just like the typical trope of any, I don't know, space kind of ship thing, or for example, I don't know if you know these games, but it's a horror game. It's called Soma, from the creators that also did Amnesia. And this plays also in like an underwater, deep ocean kind of laboratory station. And they have, of course, these decompressing chambers and stuff, whatnot. So I was like thinking about this kind of thing, where I was like, this is cool. Let's do that. As you can see, lots of these rooms have already been built before. So that was me just trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. So all of the things, first of all, I wanted to do like super white and clean and futuristic and, you know, the whole white laboratory kind of thing. But then I thought, this is so boring. Why not go with like true kind of space station kind of, you know, walls with metal walls, kind of more darker, making it a little bit more claustrophobic than even before. And yeah, that was like way more fun then, because I have already built my fair share of very futuristic kind of laboratory and houses and buildings. So I was like, okay, this time this is something I haven't done before. And I must say that if you have the Strangerville pack, you see already the panels that I put all around like almost every wall. These are from the Strangerville pack, and these are amazing. I would wish that we would have more, or at least some wallpaper that looks a little bit more three-dimensional. I know that wallpapers don't do that in the game, but just in general, yeah, that if we would ever get like a space exploring, like alien pack, I really would want that. Like, we needed some paneling that you can like maybe do some more space ships like from the inside, you know, that would be really, really cool. So basically, if you come in downstairs, there's one lab. Here we are doing the main common room for the whole team. So this is a kitchen. There is a huge counter so they can eat there. Of course, inspired by various, I don't know, like spaceships and like games and movies. And like usually you always have like this counter table thing in the kitchen where they can eat. I, of course, have to reference here Firefly. And I've also looked at, because before I wanted to do the very dark one, I was thinking about like steampunky, kind of very colorful, cartoonish. So think Guardians of the Galaxy or Borderlands, something like that. So I was, yeah, experimenting a lot before I did the interior. This is why there's this heavy jump and cut. I'm sorry for that. But there will be the video tour as always at the end. So don't worry, guys. You will have a good look at everything. And of course, I will put the download link in the video description down below. So after I've done the kitchen hangout area, basically, which is basically like, kind of like the living room, I suppose, I wanted to have lots of stuff. Like I wanted to have different laboratory kind of things. And here we are with these water tanks, I would say. And we have the flowers from Strangerville as well, like these alien flowers. So I mix it up. Sometimes there are skeletons in the tanks and sometimes there are the flowers in the tanks. So, I don't know, maybe these plants eat human flesh. I don't know. Sadly, we don't have any void critters. At least I haven't found them as debug objects. Like we only have the trading cards and they are like referenced, you know, and like on t-shirts and posters of them. So these are like a theme, but sadly we don't have them, you know, as creatures somehow in the game, which is a bummer. I really would have maybe they can do more of them now. I kind of am into them now. I usually don't like the kid stuff in games, because I don't like to play with kids. But yeah, I like the whole idea of these fake Pokemon and making them kind of evil. You know what I mean? So I think that could be a thing. We could do that. Why not have that? I know that The Sims is a kid's game, but you can have little hints that it's actually an evil creature. I think the kids wouldn't mind, because just in general, Pokemon is also kind of, violent maybe. Of course, it doesn't show you that much violence, but basically it's animals fighting to death, basically, so just in general, you can make everything kids friendly, but also, kind of more fun, I guess, for the adults. But yeah, that's just me, maybe. So yeah, we have 2 bathrooms, one downstairs, one upstairs, one talking toilet, so that your Sims can have friends, which is a toilet, and nothing fancy. I have the, is it the university shower? Yeah, the university is the wall-mounted shower that you can kind of create your own shower with, so that one is cool. We have 1 single bedroom, but don't worry, we have 2 more bedrooms upstairs, because this whole station basically has 2 levels. I didn't want to go super, weird, huge. We could have done more, of course. If you ask yourself, where the hell are the stairs? Well, we have ladders now. Don't you remember? We have ladders. So I thought ladders even is more, I don't know, spaceship-y, if this is a thing. I love that in English you can sometimes just put an I, a Y at the end, and then it's the adjective of something. Which I love. So yeah, it's spaceshipy, okay guys? That's how your language works, just in case it didn't know. So upstairs we still have lots and lots of other laboratory things, because if you have the Stranger World pack and if you have the Get to Work pack, Get to Work comes with the scientist career, and Stranger World of course has this whole story about the secret lab and stuff. So we kind of have lots and lots of technical laboratory stuff. So these 2 packs are crucial if you want to build something like this, in my opinion. Of course, everything is possible with just base game, and of course, if you have custom content, as well. But just if you want to know how to build stuff that is themed like this, I would always suggest Get to Work and the Stranger World pack. So here we have these containment tanks, and they have the flowers from the Strangerville pack as well. And one is already leaked, and there's lots and lots of these flowers coming out. So maybe this is the containment room. And now the space station is empty and everyone, is dead. Yeah, it's getting dark. But yeah, I wanted to have multiple kind of gameplay. So maybe have 1 sim living there, because we have the vertical gardens that can live kind of off the grid, never leaving the lot, because it's an underwater kind of or space station thing. And I have to figure out and repair stuff to get from one room to the other. So that would be possible. Yeah, but there's multiple gameplay things, I would say. I also would really like to see if the whole team, a different team, one is the biologist, one is I don't know, the engineer and stuff. And I don't know, 2 have a affair and 1 hates everyone and something like that. The typical science fiction movie. Team, crew, whatever. So we have these containment things, and the 1 room has the robotic, huge, round, I don't know what it is. You can create your stuff there if you have the scientist career from Get to Work, basically. It's hard for me to explain stuff, especially if I haven't played with them ever or for a long time. So that happens. But yeah, as you can see, I rarely used any lighting. We use lots and lots of the red light from, I think it's the on-air light from Get Famous. But of course you can use any light and turn it into red in the game. You know that, guys, right? But this was just way easier, and it looked perfectly fine for what I wanted to have it here. And this is the little living room, small little hangout room. I personally hate when the Sims look a TV and just sit there. It's so boring. So I myself, you know, guys, I hate TVs, but there is one TV and there will be also like a little bar hangout. So maybe they get drunk there. But I just want them mostly to sit around in the kitchen. I myself would think that as like the main hangout room, if you know what I mean. But it has a lovely window, so I thought maybe that is like, yeah, a good thing to have. So basically, after that, I did the last bedroom, which is the shared bedroom. Be aware that we don't still have bunk beds. I know bunk beds would have been perfect, but I wanted to make sure that your Sims can really get into the bed and out there. And I never use any custom content or downloadables, so you guys can always use, you know, what I have here. And I don't get, you know, weirded out with like sharing CC or something. You know, it's like a whole legal thing as well, in my opinion. So yeah, these are like 2 different beds with like different clutter all around later. So maybe one is like a little bit more sporty and one is more into engineering or something, you know, kind of giving a hint. One has a plushie in the bed, by the way, one of my favorites, the Strangerville alien head thing. I love it. Yeah, and the other one has like a rocket thing. I'm not sure where I get all the stuff. Like if you have all of the packs at the end, you get quite confused at the end. But yeah, basically this is the whole idea behind it, guys. It is quite, yeah, it's very detailed, super claustrophobic. It's narrow, except like some of the laboratories are quite big, of course. But you know, I wanted it to look super narrow and kind of like spaceship, underwater lab, something like that. And I thought it is like a cool idea because I haven't seen anyone. But if I put in space station, everyone's doing like these Martian, like glass domes and like on the surface of the moon stuff, you know, that we have seen. But I haven't seen, maybe there are, but I haven't seen anything that is remotely like that. So I was like, maybe I'm gonna do it because I thought that would be cool to explore. Here we are in the video tour, guys. As always, we have a video tour so you can have a better look at everything. So this is the thing from above. Ooh, it's deep down. I didn't want to put anything into the black void itself, like the crack. Of course, there are like alien plants that we have and lots and lots of other fluorescent things, but they took away from the sheer blackness. You know, I wanted to have the sheer blackness. And I thought that would be much more interesting, but I can understand if you put like something neon there. I think it looks really cool. I experimented, but in the end I decided against it. So yeah, here we are. Oh my god, I'm so happy that I didn't choose to have like like a lot of lighting. So now that all the panels and the buttons that glow up look a little bit more, you know, menacing and glowing and stuff, I think that looks quite cool. I also put some knickknacks there on the table with a Void Critter card, or even 2. So enjoy if you don't know what the Void Critters are. But yeah, maybe there's like a team living there and they, I don't know, measure stuff. I don't know, man. I have so many activities in there, so you can work from home. I have lots and lots of PCs there. I have the drafting tablets everywhere, so lots and lots of stuff to do for the freelancer career. And you kind of pretend that you are a scientist living on this station, can never leave, you know. But also, you know, as you can see, the video station, the video creation station there is, yeah, there's lots and lots of stuff to do, so don't worry, guys. And yeah, I think it is a cool idea to play with a team that is kind of encapsulated in this station somewhere doing experiments, and maybe something went wrong and now they're just waiting for, you know, for somebody to pick them up, but no one's coming. Oh my god, what will happen? But yeah, I like these kind of horror-esque, horror-esque, there you go. You know, like what I said about the English language, so it's working. But yeah, the scary kind of builds that aren't, of course, that scary, but I like the whole idea of it. So yeah, I really hope that you like this one too. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and you can also download this. The download link is in the video description down below. It is also up on the Sims 4 gallery called The Void by EA ID Simproved. And yeah, this is basically it. This is the end of the video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you definitely should check out, there we go, my Twitch channel, because I stream every Friday and chill stream a little bit and build and talk to you guys, so you definitely should check that out as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.